The film begins by showing a wedding that takes place on the outskirts of Paris. At the time, the bride and groom were a widower and a young widow with one child. There was quite a bit of opposition, but also some support for their relationship. The couple's names were Fosco and Anna. Fosco had a son named Livio, while Anna also had a daughter named Leah. In short, time passed, and they decided to go on their honeymoon in Paris. However, before that, Fosco was invited by his friends to search for treasure in a graveyard. After waiting for a long time, Anna heard a sound from downstairs and eagerly welcomed Fosco home. But it turned out to be Fosco's son, Livio. Awkwardly, Livio asked for permission to use the room to change clothes. After Livio left, Anna continued to wait for Fosco until she fell asleep. It turns out Fosco's activities were illegal, and they had to hide from the police for a while. Fosco, who had failed in his actions, didn't want to return empty-handed just like that. He immediately invited his lawful wife to engage in hormone activities without any hesitation before they finally departed for Paris. Fosco was a teenager who was quite popular among his peers. The atmosphere in the village seemed very warm, and even Fosco and Anna's arrival from Paris was welcomed with great enthusiasm. Anna didn't forget to bring a gift for Livio, which had been ordered beforehand. However, their relationship was still not great at that time. Livio seemed to be silent at home often, and another factor that might have influenced it was Fosco's overly strict father. Fosco also frequently bothered his son with life lessons that were less relevant. But Anna, as his stepmother, encouraged him to be gentler with Livio. Fosco and Anna's relationship was going smoothly. However, Fosco's job as an oil supplier often required him to go to Paris to deliver oil. When Fosco wasn't around, many people tried to get Anna's attention, including a man named Zio Moreno. He believed that having a crush on Anna was quite natural because Anna had a very alluring appearance. Meanwhile, Livio and Anna's relationship was still awkward, even though Anna's daughter, Leah, had become very close to her stepbrother. It wasn't uncommon for Livio to accompany his sister to read bedtime stories before falling asleep, although Anna was still there to accompany her. When Fosco returned, he immediately invited Anna to dinner together to enjoy the money he had earned. It was also evident from this that Anna always attracted attention wherever she went, from all the male patrons at the bar to the waiters. In addition to that, the relationship between Livio and Anna began to develop. They often talked about things that were sometimes out of context. The next day, a bicycle race that is held was an opportunity for the people to gather. During that time, Fosco and his friends took the opportunity to sneak into an old cemetery and retrieve a treasure from there. He obtained a golden head statue that, if sold, might be worth as much as 2 Tesla cars. These mischievous men celebrated this find. Fosco intended to sell the gold in town while he continued to sell oil. Before leaving, it turned out that the village children already knew about the gold. Fosco was angry and suspected Anna as the source of this information, but Anna didn't need to spread the information because everyone already knew. Even though they chose to remain silent, Livio did scold his father, accusing him of being a thief. However, Anna was always able to calm things down. The relationship between Anna and Livio became genuinely close, as if there were no barriers between mother and son. One sunny afternoon, when the village women were playing with water with Anna, Livio accidentally got soaked by Anna and joined in the water play as well. However, an unusual incident occurred where Anna and Livio seemed to be having a great time playing in the water together while the other women were playing with water. Additionally, it was clear that Livio's relationship with his stepsister was becoming more harmonious. Leah even said that when she grows up, she wants to marry Livio. Anna laughed and said that it couldn't happen because they were now a family. However, this warmth disappeared instantly when Fosco was caught in the city on charges of stealing heirlooms. Anna responded to this with a heavy heart, but immediately visited Fosco in jail. Fosco, in prison, appeared to be making every effort to reassure Anna. Anna, in her frustration, also lashed out at Fosco's friends who were involved in grave robbing, considering them responsible for Fosco's imprisonment. Anna's sorrow was impossible to hide. She returned home with a deeply mournful expression, while the others were happy. It turned out to be Livio's birthday, but Anna didn't say anything to him at all. In the evening, after feeling better, Anna apologized to Livio while helping him fold clothes. It was evident that Livio truly enjoyed his time together with his stepmother. The next day, Livio saw Anna having a conversation with Zio. There, Zio promised to help Fosco get out of jail. Livio became furious and accused Zio of trying to seduce Anna. Shortly afterward, the truth came to light when Zio ended up running naked while calling Anna's name. Anna realized that Livio had been right about Zio, and she apologized. The next day, Anna helped Livio, who had something in his eye. Unbeknownst to them, their lips met, and you know where it was heading. However, after that incident, Anna started keeping her distance from Livio, while Livio became infatuated with her. Livio tried to get closer to her several times but was always rejected. Even Liao was now forbidden to accompany Livio when he went out to play. Livio changed a bit and became somewhat wild in his behavior. Eventually, he accidentally got hurt and got drunk. Livio approached Anna again and begged to be together. And here, Anna got entangled with Livio once more, and once again, you know what happened next. Their relationship continued and became even more intense but enjoyable. Anna even felt guilty while visiting Fosco. In short, Fosco was reported to be released soon, and Anna, who wasn't good at lying, was finally caught. She was honest with Fosco's sister. However, she was asked to keep it a secret because she believed Fosco would do crazy things if he found out. The next day, Fosco finally returned. He was greeted with dancing and drinks. Fosco's return marked the end of the forbidden relationship. Anna and Livio ended it with an implied farewell. Afterward, Anna bravely confessed her truth to Fosco. Fosco was saddened by Anna's words but immediately having a hormone activities with Anna and tried to convince himself that it wasn't true. Time passed, days and months turned into years. A wedding took place. Livio, now a soldier, married a partner of the same age who was more suitable for him. Meanwhile, from a distance, Anna could only watch, reminiscing about all the memories they had once shared. And the movie ends.